All right, we're going to try this again. Round two. Round two, ladies and gentlemen, round two. We hope that everyone can hear and see me now. We're going to just get in the light. You know, one thing about this is, ladies and gentlemen, when you've been doing this for 3 years, you want to make sure that you got a backup plan. To your backup plan. So we have to change equipment, but you know, we're gonna make it do what it do. Uh-oh, wrong way. Now we're trying to get all of the lighting and everything done just right. Trying to get all the lighting and everything done just right. Woo! Y'all come on in this room. Come on back in the room now. I got it fixed. Y'all know by now. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I make it weak in the knees. Because this information I'm going to give y'all, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be enough to make it weak in the knees. Because I'm going to explain some things to you. It's going to change your whole entire business. Right here at Plugged In, we plug you in with the information that you need in order to make you successful. I hope y'all can hear me. Come on back in this room and tell me if you can hear me. We're going to make it happen in about 2 minutes. All right, y'all come on in this room now. All right, this is the replay, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to keep you on here long. I got a lot to give you in a short time to give it in. So let's just jump right off into this. Welcome to Plugged In, ladies and gentlemen, where I plug you in with the information that makes you guys successful. And let's get this thing jumped off right quick because I want to give it to you right now. Tonight we're going to be talking about how Dopeboy economics, not using Dopeboy economics, your business will not survive. Your business will not survive using Dopeboy economics. Now, for those who didn't catch it the first time, we're hoping that you will catch it this time, and I hope that everything's clear. Want to make sure that everything's good to go. All right, what about now? I should have some sound now. Let me know if you still have sound now. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Now we have it. All right. Now we have it. All right. So I'm going to use myself as an example because my advisor had told me years ago. Great. That's what we wanted to know. We wanted to know that everything was working. Everything is still good. Yes, thank you, Miss Bags. Yeah, it's an echo, but we still have sound. Okay, let me turn this down. Is the echo gone now? Yes, is the echo gone now? Make sure that I turned the echo down. Okay. And I think it was a reverb in there. Let me turn some of this reverb down. Boom. Okay, that's better. Is that better? Is that better? Okay. So what was happening, ladies and gentlemen, was he was looking at some of my leather pieces, and he said, Cowboy, he said, I don't know. He said, you're too cheap. And again, I said, well, my base can't afford that. I mean, I was selling $25 belts, $30 belts. And he said, your prices, my circles won't buy them because it's cheap. The price was too cheap. He didn't talk about the quality of the work. He spoke about the cheapness in the price. Thank you, Miss Bags. Thank you. And that way, at least I know when they hear this on the replay, they can get this work. So I said, he said, you should raise your prices $125 on everything. And my comeback was, my base can't afford that. And he was like, you basically, in a nutshell, change your demographics, change your financial demographic target audience in order to make the money that you need to make. He said, how long did it take you to make a belt? I said, 20, 30 minutes. He said, I need you to take 2 weeks. I said, that ain't gonna take me 2 weeks. He said, I need you to take 2 weeks, and then I need you to videotape it. This was when I was first starting the YouTube channel. And, but I was showcasing the amount of time into each piece. Now, all of my businesses is a product business except for the DTM, which is a service that I teach people how to do this and how to scale and make their money. So I went back in there, and now don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't make a dime for about 10 months because the shock of the new prices. All of my old customers who I thought couldn't afford it, they just didn't buy right away because they was used to that $25 and $30 work. But then I started making custom leather sandals. And my first customer, I was so terrified to tell her that the price of those sandals was $250, because at that time, yellow box sandals were the most expensive that I had known on the market at $40 for some flip-flops. I thought $40 was ridiculous. But then I said $250, real scared, honestly. She said, that's it? She said, oh, well, make a pair for my daughter too. I was like, wow, I could have been making money. I could have been making real money. But what my advisor was teaching me was, Cowboy, you're going to spend the same amount of time on a $25 belt that you're going to spend on a $175 belt. At that point, it was no looking back for me to ever go back to making cheap pieces again. Or not just cheap pieces, but me selling my product at a cheap price. I was cutting my own nose off to spite my face. Now, what is Dope Boy economics? Let me tell y'all what Dope Boy economics is. Dope Boy economics is just doubling your money. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever been in the street or whatnot. They're really not here nor there. But just to explain how that term even came about, Dope Boy economics is, all right, I'm going to start out with $40. I'm going to go to my plug, or that's what the young people call the person that you buying your fun products from. Let's just say it like that. I mean, I don't know. This is just what I heard. This is just what I heard. I don't know. I'm not speaking from experience.
All right. But you take that $40 and you go buy, and then you go out and you flip it. So you're going to flip double that $40 and now you should make 80. Now, then you're going to take that 40 and then you're going to keep flipping that until now you can buy you a quarter ounce, just for those who don't know. And then, this is what I heard. Okay. All right. So you're going to take that 40, flip it again keep flipping it until you can buy you a quarter. Then you're going to start buying at quarter size. And then you're going to keep flipping it, doubling your money until you can buy a half. And you'll do that all the way up till you can get you an ounce. Now you're going to start the process all over again. This is dope boy economics. You're going to double your money, make your money back plus the profit, and you're going to put that to the side until you can keep building. Then you're going to buy a quarter ounce, a half ounce, and then you can ultimately buy you a key. And then it's a different price market there because now you have weight. So the money changes, but the mentality stays the same because we come into this mentality of thinking, well, once I get a bag, then I can start charging back. No, ladies and gentlemen. I had been cheating myself ever since 1995 on selling cheap pricing. Basically, what I'm doing, I am managing my customer's pocket. That's what I'm doing. I'm not saying, because again, when somebody will go and spend $400 or $500 buying a fake Louis Vuitton or a fake Gucci, but then I am making custom crafted work. A lot of you have handcrafted pieces and product that you're selling. You have handmade products, or you have a service business where you are still doing the work. Don't cheat yourself out of the work because a few people that's in our socioeconomic circle can't afford. You have to change your market. If you sell or you cater your pricing only to a certain demographic because you don't want to seem like you're too bougie or too expensive for them to afford, that's how it is. Lamborghini doesn't drop their price for nobody. Either you can afford it or you can't. And they're not upset if you can't afford it. So as it is, if you go into Nordstrom's or Dillard's or Neiman Marcus, no, people not in there. You got to wait till they go on sale. But even still, sale prices in Neiman Marcus, oh my Jesus. It's not really a sale price, technically. But if you are not making Neiman Marcus money, then you'll keep shopping at Walmart and Target, and neither one of them are mad. Look at Dollar General. You think Walmart is mad at Dollar General because Dollar General is cheaper than them? You think Dollar General is mad at Dollar Tree? No. What I'm saying, family, it's enough money for all of us to eat. Now, the people who patronize and go to Dollar Tree will keep going to Dollar Tree. And then if they start accumulating and making a little bit of money, then they can upgrade to Dollar General. Dollar General upgrade to Walmart. Walmart upgrade to Target. Target to upgrade to Belks, Parisians, Sears, whatever the case may be. But if you start yourself out pricing you too low, now here's another thing about dope boy economics that entrepreneurs don't factor in. A entrepreneur never factor in all of the pricing of the supplies that they purchase. Let's take a car wash, for instance, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good place to start. If you are a local car wash person and you have your own detailing business, whatever the case you want to call it. Now, a wantrepreneur, let me first explain to you the difference between a wantrepreneur and an entrepreneur. A wantrepreneur is the person that is in love with the idea of having a business, but they're not making real money because they're using Dopeboy economics. A wantrepreneur detail shop. The difference. A wantrepreneur, he'll go to Dollar General, Dollar Tree. He'll buy that $1 bottle of soap. He never factors in and knows how much soap he is using on each car, because in his mind, it only cost him $1. He doesn't know how much water is being used on each car. Now, he's charging $10 a car, $20 for a truck or a van. So in his mind, he's only looking at total revenue. Entrepreneurs never look at total expenses. You have to factor in each expense. Everything that goes out is negative. That's money that you are losing. And so when you're making $10 on one car that you washed, you're not making the whole $10 because you have to deduct the soap, you have to deduct the water, and then if you're using a vacuum or a blower, you have to factor in the cost of the electricity that you are using. How do we know this is true, Robert? You ever went to one of those touchless car washes that got the little brush and the high pressure hose thing that you're washing it off with? Before you even start, it's going to cost you eight quarters. No, it's seven quarters. $1.75 to start for 6 minutes. Ooh. $1.75 for 6 minutes. Listen to this economics right here. They're giving you 6 minutes to soap and rinse, wet your car, soap it, scrub it, rinse it off, and then get out of there. 6 minutes. Nobody can wash their car in 6 minutes. So when that timer starts going down, it starts beeping at 2 minutes, and it's still beeping, but it triggers a thought in our mind, oh, I got to go over here and put some more quarters in. Now we got 2 minutes, so we go in and put 4 more quarters in there, and then nobody ever pays attention to the time. Nobody except people like me, because I'm just frugal like that. But 4 more quarters, I only get 5 minutes. Then I turn and I look at the car, so I slide another $1 in there. Now I done put $1.75, $2, so that's $3.75. Then I still see that it's not enough time, so I add another $1 in there. So now I'm at $4.75, and I'm right back to the same 6 minutes. When the first time it only cost me $1.75. Look at it if you don't have nothing else to do. So, but what the equation that I'm giving you is, the equation is this right here. They have it measured out how much water is in those 6 minutes. They have it measured out how much soap is you're going to use, because you're going to kill at least 10 to 15 seconds switching it from the high pressure rinse over to the soap, grabbing the brush, and now you start scrubbing it, and it's just dumping soap. It's just dumping soap. Now, here's the thing. It's not a lot of soap. It's just a lot of foam. You're only getting 1 ounce of soap, but it's lathery. So what we equate that to is, it's a lot of foam, so it's a lot of soap, and that's not the case. Listen, this is why you can only put 2-3 drops of Dawn in your dish sink, and you have a half a sink full of soap suds. And we think that, oh, this is going to get them really clean. No, ladies and gentlemen, you are measured electronically. And then you're going to get back down to 2 minutes, and then it's going to beep again. And then you're going to go back and you're going to put some more quarters in it. Now, and you're going to keep doing this process, ladies and gentlemen, for 3 minutes at a time. And at the end of that, you find out that you have just spent $10 in 30 minutes. $10. Sometimes not even that, because if you're running low on your money, then you try to hurry up because you don't have any more quarters to spend. So we try to micromanage the money. Again, dope boy economics. And we try to get this whole entire car wash as fast as we can and under $10 because we want to have that value of the product that we're using. And then, but here's the thing. This goes back to what I said. Entrepreneurs never factor in time. You just spent $10 and 30 minutes of free labor. Ooh. $10 and 30 minutes in free labor. You washing your own car. Now, stop right there. If you went and vacuumed it, you spent an extra $4 on the vacuum. And then if you tried to vacuum out the trunk and everything else and get all them old French fries and peanuts that fell in between the seats because you don't have a blower. So now you got to fight with moving the seat back, moving the seat front, forward, and getting all that food and stuff that done fell and old bottle tops. Might find a couple of chains that you just sucked up in there. So you're out of $15 and you did all of the work. But listen at the amount of money that you spent that was already factored in before you even got there. Because that car wash needs to make its money on every expense that was put out. Now, I'm going to do you one better. Have you ever gone through the little drive-through car washes? Now, let me tell you something. There is a set amount electronically in those car washes, and everything is timed. When you first get it up, put it in neutral. Then they're pulling it through there. And then that thing is just spraying water, spraying water. And then now it's going to wet your car. And then you go to the next phase, because once it sprays so much water, a gallon of water is just to wet your car down. Now, how do we know that? Well, when I worked with Centos years ago, Bebo's was one of my customers. And I asked the question. Then, now here's the thing, and you guys probably never seen this because you're already getting suds on your windows or you're on your phone again while you're going through the car wash. But right when you get those suds, there is a shelf over to your left or to your right that has big gallon jugs of water that has these hoses that's now in there. It is electronically measured out that you're only getting 1 ounce of soap on that car. And then the big brush is coming. Then you go through another 1 ounce section of dousing, rinsing your car off. Then you hit the blower. And the blower is also timed. This is why when you get to that back end of the car wash, it's already blowing, and then you peeling the water off, and boom, 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 you going about your merry way. And that costs you what? $12, $16. The same amount of money that it costs you to wash your own car. And then they think they're doing you a favor by letting, oh, we got free vacuums. Yeah, free vacuums. But by the time you get out there, especially in the summertime, you're not trying to stay out there. You're just going to hit the main part of the flow and get out. It's timed, ladies and gentlemen. But you ever notice that that vacuum never comes on until you pull it off the hook? The sensor right up under the handle says it's been detached. Boom, vacuum comes on. Everything, ladies and gentlemen, is time. This is how entrepreneurs think. Every piece that is an expense is factored into the cost. This is why the cost is set at what it's set at. Now, everyone who gets to that car wash, they pay it. It's not a back and forth. But you are spending $10, you're charging $10 to hand wash in the hood. Or you're charging $10 to hand wash at your house. And you're not getting every expense. You don't know. An entrepreneur doesn't know how much soap is involved. You know what we do? We go over there and squirt into that 5-gallon pickle bucket until we get some suds, and then we hit it with that hose real quick. Now, this is what an entrepreneur also doesn't factor in. Just because you don't turn that hose on, that water meter is still turning because you haven't turned the water off. Ooh. You haven't turned that water off, so that meter is still turning. And then while we washing the car, the water is still on. While we vacuuming the car out, the water is still on. You never factor in every expense. He doesn't know how much soap that he's using. So at the end of the day, if he's gone through 4 bottles of soap and he never factored in the cost, he's just looking at the total the total revenue. Just say you did 10 cars. You haven't made $100. You got a discount, $4, $1.25 now per bottle of soap. You got to factor in the cost of the shimmies, your wash rags, your drying rags, your Windex. You haven't factored in none of that cost. So your price should be, now at this multiplier, and this is one that I have come up with because I was explaining it to a client of mine on what she should charge in her business. Now, this multiplier is just what you start with because there's always room to scale your business. Greg Cardone says you need to increase prices every year. Why is that? Because prices go up in every business every year. You guys remember when a Big Mac was only $3.99? It's not the same $3.99 anymore. No, that's even a better example. When you're going to pay $7 for that Big Mac, fries, what a combo meal, that restaurateur is charging you for the lettuce, the tomatoes, the pickle, the special sauce, the bun, and the meat, as well as the person who is preparing that. Then he's also charging you for the box that it comes in. This is entrepreneurial thinking and not dope boy economics. You have to charge for everything that is involved into your product or your service. Now, that multiplier that I came up with is 2.5. It doesn't matter what the cost is, your wholesale cost. If you can get it at a cheaper cost, great. But you need to automatically add a 2.5 multiplier onto all of your products. Or now your service is a little different. Your service is your 2.5 multiplier is going to go on top of minimum wage. So if you have a, let's just say you have a cleaning service. Minimum wage is $7.50 now? I don't know. I haven't worked a traditional job in a long time. I think it's $7.50, maybe now. So when you add that 2.5 multiplier on $7.50, that's how much you charge per hour to go in and clean somebody's house. Now, you also have to add the cost of your bleach, your Comet, your toilet brushes, whatever soap and dusting, pledge, polish you use. You have to average in each one of those costs into the cost of your fee. So when somebody asks you, how much do you charge to clean a house? How many rooms? Charge by the room, not the whole entire house. Now, if you want to charge by the house, then you come up and you say, how many square feet? See, entrepreneurs don't know the square footage. They just going in and cleaning the house. Oh, I'll clean it for $20 a room, because they looking at 4 rooms, living room, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom. Let's just say you got 5 rooms and two bedrooms. $20 a house times 5. Come on, y'all. You're cutting your money off. You're not making any money. All you have at this point is a second job. So if you're going to do the same work, and especially if you're caring about your brand and your business name, you're going to go in and give them a good service, because but you're working hard for that $100, when if you charge $250 or $275, or if you charge by the square foot of the house. Entrepreneurs don't know that. Entrepreneurs is just looking at the overall revenue without even factoring in the cost of all of the products that they bought, because in their mind, it was only $1. But that dollar has value. This is why when you go, if you call Minute Maid, or if you call any maid service, they have all of that stuff factored in. This is why they go and buy their product, their supplies by the gallons. And this is why when they come into your house, you don't see a pledge bottle. You don't see a bleach bottle or a window bottle. You see blank bottles, right? There's no label, but they'll have window cleaner. They'll have degreaser, because they bought that stuff by the gallons, and then it's so concentrated, they putting 1 ounce per a whole bottle, spray bottle. This now, ladies and gentlemen, now you're starting to understand why there's a thing called waste management. Entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs who use Dopeboy economics don't know anything about waste management. This is why, going back to the car wash, when he goes over there and squirt that soap in there, he's squirting and squirting because he wants to see suds. So when you drop that rag down in that bucket, you got this much water, and then you got the other 4 gallons of suds that's taking up the top of the bucket. Wasting, throwing away money. And then he'll wash a car, talk for a little bit, wash half of it, rinse it off, fire up a cigarette. Then he got to go and he's putting tire dressing. He's cleaning the windows. He has that worker, because he's still in a worker's mentality. He doesn't know nothing about the amount of product that he wasted. This is why you won't be in business long, because you're not getting the return on all of your supplies that you spent money on. It's a difference, ladies and gentlemen, in between Dopeboy economics and entrepreneurial economics. Now, even down to the 1,000th of a penny. Let's go back to Burger King. They have a set amount of condiments that they put on each and every burger. A set amount, because of the dollar value that's equated to it. You ever notice, ladies and gentlemen, anytime you ask for extra anything, they charging you for it? Anybody remember when cheese was free? When you went and ordered a cheeseburger, they gave you a cheeseburger. Now, if you go in there and say, oh, add cheese, it's $1 now. I remember when cheese was 10 cents. It went from 10 cents to 25 cents to 50 cents, and then it just clean skipped over 75 and went straight to the dollar. Because you have to equate each and every price. This is why your business will never survive on Dope Boy economics. You have to start thinking like an entrepreneur. If you don't, ladies and gentlemen, you will run out of business. Now, I still see a lot of people coming in and out. I hope that the sound is not gone again. I'm going to replay this myself just to make sure that everything goes right. But now from that 2.5 equation that I gave you guys, now you have room to scale. Next year, it needs to go to 3. Year after that, 3.5. Year after that, 4. Year after that, 4.5. And it goes up 0.5 every year. This is called scaling and growing. Grant Cardone says businesses have to come up with a way. If you're just coming in, let me know if you can hear this sound real good. Just type a 1 in the comment if you can hear it. Because Grant Cardone says that you have to come up with a way to increase your profits every year. You cannot stay at the same price every year and think that you will remain in business. You have to increase the price. It's mandatory. Because it just doesn't increase your price, but your manufacturers and your wholesalers and suppliers that you're buying from, they've increased their price. So you have to increase the price. That's just business, ladies and gentlemen. That's just business. Anybody remember when Air Jordans was $79? Now how much are they for the same shoe that you bought 20 years ago? Actually, 30 years ago. You're paying, this is the cost of doing business. You have to increase and scale every year. So, for those of you who are entrepreneurs, just started out in business, and you wanting to know the pricing of what you charge in your business, it's 2.5. So whatever product you are buying, you have to multiply in by 2.5 year 1. This is the only way that you are going to start being profitable. And hey, if people are upset that they can't afford you, that's fine. That's okay. Your price is your price. So instead of dropping your price and doing the homeboy hookup, let me tell y'all something, man. That's the most disrespectful thing a friend can do. Is ask you to give it to them at a cheaper price than a regular person who is paying full price. I would tell you to check your friends. That is so disrespectful. They want to take food out of your mouth to make them feel better about what they are willing to spend or what they want to spend. Ooh. This is what you ought to do. Right across the face. Honestly. And hey, look, you will actually start to learn who is your friend. You will actually start to learn who is your real people. Real friends won't ask you to drop your price. They want to see you successful. They will pay that price, especially if you have a food truck. Tip your friend. That's your friend, man. You know this person is grinding and wanting to change their condition. That's your friend. Tip them. But no, y'all want to take a discount and then tip them. And then you don't want to tip them $2, $3. But you'll go down to Roof Chris and leave $20. Or you'll go to Applebee's or Longhorn and leave $10, $20 there. Come on now. If you'll go into Nordstrom's and pay $200 for a North Face jacket, but then here I am, got a clothing business, I'm just selling t-shirts. You want to give me $10 for a t-shirt, but you want to go to Nordstrom's and drop $200 on a little lightweight windbreaker. I'm just giving y'all facts, family. Plugging you in with the information that you need in order for you to be successful. I am Robert D. Muhammad. Hey, listen, I have a new book that's coming out next month. September the 19th is the release date for Swimming with a Shark. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't been this excited. Uh-oh, not that one. That's the button that I wanted to get. I haven't been this excited. Since my very first book. Next. Nobody ever expected this. And the same excitement that I had then, I felt it. Even though I was scared at the price, I didn't release it at the suggested price that I was told to release it at, but I was still excited about it. And this project here, I have brought on 8 other entrepreneurs and business owners that are making a name for themselves in their own respective field. And they're making a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. And they're sharing their story with you. They're sharing their story with you to let you know that, hey, what you are going through, they're not tailor-made problems. We all have gone through something. The only difference between you and I, or you and the other authors that's in this book, they stayed in the fight. So September the 19th, that book is going to be released. I am currently taking pre-orders as well as any of the other authors that's coming on to this project with me. We're all taking pre-orders right now. So you want to reserve your copy now. You want to reserve your copy now so you can get that book to you first. Because it's going to be bananas. The books are on sale right now for $15.99, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you want to purchase your pre-order copy, then all you have to do is go to Robert at bookrdmonline.com. Robert at bookrdm online.com. That's the email you would drop it in and just say, hey, look, I want a copy. And then you'll just submit your name and your email address, and you'll receive an invoice on how you can pay. And then once you get that invoice, that is your receipt, ladies and gentlemen. So on the 19th, you should be receiving your copy, depending on how the mail runs. I don't have anything control over the USP, the United States Postal Service, but you will be on the list to get you a signed autographed copy. And then you have 8 other authors that's on this book too, ladies and gentlemen, and you can purchase your pre-order copy through them. Swimming with a Shark. Oh, man. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, when you figure out how to really live, and when you figure out how to make money work for you, this is the only time that you can really live life on your own terms. This is the only time, ladies and gentlemen, that you can live your best life. Because now you're not working for the money. You're not selling your time for dollars. Mm. That's what we do when we have a job. We're trading time for dollars. Yes, Mr. Boss Man, I'll work for you for $10.50 an hour. No matter what's important in my life, me making your dreams, Mr. Boss Man, come to fruition is more important than me making my dreams come to fruition. Yes, I would do that for $10.50 an hour. I would do that for $15 an hour. Some of us think, because we're making $17.50 or $18.50, that we're in a better position. No, you're still making your boss a lot of money. And he's never going to pay you enough money to become his next door neighbor. I've said that before, ladies and gentlemen. Your boss will never pay you enough money to move in next door to him. If you do move in next door to him, first thing he's going to say is, how much am I paying you? And then he's going to move. It's okay for you to move there, but he's going to move. Because if he's paying you enough money to become his next door neighbor, he's making some serious money where he can upgrade too. Ha! Facts. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for chilling with me these 46 minutes. I told y'all we're going to keep you long, but I just have to give y'all that little bit of information. Use the 2.5 multiplier your first year of business, ladies and gentlemen, and then the next year, go to 3.0. That's your multiplier, and you keep increasing 0.5 until the end of time. You have to find a way to increase your sales or increase your pricing, because everybody else that you are buying from, supplies, your wholesaler, your supplier, your manufacturer, he's going to increase his prices. It's just the cost of doing business. There's nothing nefarious about it. And then people will spend their money on it because they want to. I'll see you guys on the other side. Stay tuned, because I have, let me drop this. I am working on, ladies and gentlemen, a major. I am working on a major guest to come in and drop you guys some serious knowledge. I don't want to spoil it because, I don't want to call it because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm going to speak this into fruition. My next guest, ladies and gentlemen, which will be on the show, I'm pushing for the first week of September. I'm pushing for that first Monday of September. But ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss that story. It's going to be a great one. I'm R.D. Muhammad right here, plugged in, where we plug you in with the information that you need in order to make you successful. Come on, Steve, take me out of here.